Happy birthday to the Mint Saloon. Are you ready for this? It's 130 years old, at least the building is. The bar itself, 125 years old. The Mint has withstood 2 world wars, floods, fires, earthquakes, and prohibition. And today, on a section of 19th Street that is poised for change, the Mint remains a fixture. Here with another installment in his series Where We Live is 17's Robert Price.
The once quiet farm town of Bakersfield began to evolve at a new dynamic pace starting in 1900. Horse-drawn carriages were still the only conveyances on the city's main thoroughfares, but the tide was turning. Tom Means and a handful of partners had discovered the Kern River oil field just the year before, and black gold prospectors were eyeing oil seeps at Elk Hills, Midway, and Bell Ridge. Within 3 years, Kern River would be the top producing oil field in the United States, nearly equal in volume to all of Texas. 19th Street had become a reflection of that rapid change. The wide, unpaved street was bustling with oil field roughnecks, their pockets heavy with silver dollars, their appetites for drink and companionship at times insatiable. Serving the Bakersfield of 1900, population just under 5,000, were 13 churches, 17 lawyers, 8 nurses, and 65 saloons, 22 of which were clustered on 19th Street within a single 3-block stretch. One was called the Mint. Built in 1895 at the corner of 19th and M, it was one of the first businesses in the city to have a telephone. Have the city switchboard connect you to Block 153. Here it is in 1905. This handsome mahogany bar was torn out in 1920 when Prohibition came along, and owners Amerigo Perucci and Alessandro Maloney operated the establishment as the Mint Buffet. Wink, wink. A new, longer bar was installed in 1933 when the 21st Amendment restored the status quo. The Mint had a second floor in those early days, as did many ground floor businesses prior to the 1952 earthquake. That's when seismic shifting accomplished what decades of law enforcement couldn't or wouldn't, wiping out 6 blocks of hotels/cat houses, which of course simply changed their business models. Walter Walston owns the Mint today. He inherited it from his father, the mayor of 19th Street, John Bud Walston, who bought the Mint in 1960.
Yeah, 19th Street's always been the street for the downtown bar scene. You know, it's really weird. One block up, bars really don't do very good. One block down, bars haven't really done very good. Yeah. They've always done really well between, I would say M Street to H,
Today, within that same half-mile length of asphalt, there is only the Mint. But Eastchester, as that downtown district is known, is undergoing big changes, and 19th is at the epicenter. New restaurants, new bars, new amusements. The Woolworths building will have a basement concert venue, music rehearsal space, a financial services company, and the last surviving Woolworths luncheonette in America. Bakersfield Community Theater, the oldest continuously operating community theater in California, moves to 19th in 2 or 3 years. The Stack, a food and drink playground of Jenga-style shipping containers, offers offbeat potential. Construction is underway on a project to be announced at the southeast corner of 19th and L, across from 2 pawn shops, a tattoo parlor, a vinyl record store, and an adult movie house. Yes, the neighborhood still has its challenges, but coffee bars, wine bars, restaurants, and brew pubs all promise to bring back the 19th Street of a century ago, minus, presumably, the virtually unrestrained prostitution trade, but it's much the same old thing at the Mint. They've got an ATM machine now. Those were hard to find in 1900. A digital jukebox, too. Televisions and flushing toilets. And they're refurbishing their neon sign out in front. That's about it as far as change, though.
The city's putting some money into the, downtown finally. And the Downtown Business Association is doing a lot of work too. So, they're finally going through and they're cleaning up the streets. They're fixing the sidewalks. Down here the sidewalks. These 2 or 3 blocks here are kind of dilapidated.
This town has come a long way, but the Mint still has a bit of its Old West roots. But don't confuse it with the Porterville Mint, where in 1902, for a time, murderer Jim McKinney actually worked as the saloon's doorman and was known to shoot randomly, drunkenly into the ceiling. One night he put a slug right through the heart of an electric fan. The following year he was killed in a shootout with lawmen at a Chinese Joss house in Bakersfield, 4 blocks from this city's Mint Saloon. Shall we categorize the Mint as a dive? Seems fair. An LGBTQ-friendly dive bar where everyone knows your name and fan dancing is, if not encouraged, abided. Where jump shots and billiards are, if not always legal, abided. How will the Mint fit with new, reimagined 19th Street? It has survived 2 world wars, floods, fires, earthquakes, and prohibition. What's a little downtown redevelopment? Here's to the next 125 years. In Bakersfield, Robert Price, 17 News.